So good afternoon, everyone. So I'll just take you quickly through what we're trying to do at RoamForward. A lot of things that we spoke about this morning will become even more relevant as we walk you through the slide that I've prepared. So from a pillars perspective, we've make it basically looking at 3 pillars that we want to execute as an industry. These look simple, and they look like very simple things to do, but I can tell you that we're trying to do it for the past 1.5 years and we're struggling to execute it. The first one is Fort, which is nothing but, I think Mobilium also brought that up, Cellusis also brought that up, and one of the things that we'd done a couple of years back was in the hackathon, we'd actually brought a use case which we wanted to automate testing end-to-end. Cellusis was our partner in that and won that hackathon. We wanted to do a POC of it to see how it works. So we've run through multiple iterations, and at this point in time, I think the biggest challenge that we've faced is that we need security clearances to be able to get APIs working. So there's a fair bit of learning from the operator side, and I think I'll be open in this room. I think a lot of our challenges are actually executing stuff within the operator environment. And that's the biggest challenge on this particular piece. So we have the solution that we can do a POC of, but we're not able to execute it because of different challenges that exist in the operator layer. Now this particular solution allows you to test from the start to the end, including a CLL being given, and does a test book as well. So that's the first part. We also wanted to do troubleshooting, but we believed that it was too complex, and therefore we've left troubleshooting to be done with Maria, who's from Hutchison, and she's on the GSMA board, and that's how we split the tasks between us. The second one is digitalization. Again, we touched about it in the morning. There are enough e-sign frameworks in place. Today, we can get agreements signed electronically. But unfortunately, we face challenges in doing that on the roaming side. So roaming contracts is something that we wanted to digitize. So what we've broken up is into 2 parts. One is basic configuration documents, which is what I think we will be able to move faster on. And the second one is the commercial agreements, which we're working on. So the way we are approaching this, one, we've started noticing there are countries that require actual inked signatures for a contract to be in force. So for those countries, we will not be able to move, but countries that have an electronic framework in place, we will start moving them. In this, we have managed to find there are 2 sets of countries. Like for example, just as an example, Algeria as a market, they do not allow digital signatures. So any contract becomes legal and valid only if there is a signature which is wet signed. So we're trying to break in countries into these so-called buckets so that we're able to address the problem rather than trying to do a push everybody through. We're getting there and I would request all of you to give us inputs of countries that you are aware of and the legal rules in those countries. It will help us build a repository and be able to solve that problem. And the third one is, I think, metamorphosis that Doctor also said in the morning. I think what we're seeing is a huge amount of traffic. There is traffic growing on all sides, but unfortunately we don't know what kind of traffic it is. And the most dangerous thing is each traffic stream is eating into the other traffic stream. So if you actually look on a top line basis, most MNOs today are growing in single 2, 3, 4% maximum on a revenue side. But if you look at the traffic growth, it's all 30, 40%. Now, one of the things we believe, at least at IO, and what we want to do with RoamForward is to start automating a lot of these things, which will help us understand the size of the business. And cannibalization is something that we'd like to avoid. At the end of the day, if there are new streams coming in, you should be able to monetize it perfectly. And I think the single biggest time when telcos actually benefited from this was in the good old voice days, right? When you could do on-net, off-net, international, and you had different pricing for each of that. So you either had distance or you had quota. Today with data, everything is the same. You get priced or you get monetized the same way, irrespective of what stream of data that is. So that's the other one that this is the latest one to what we want to try and achieve, which is an automation of at least understanding traffic streams so that we are able to monetize those traffic streams separately. Now, how we're going to go about it is obviously there is enough data in the room and in the business, but data is not talking to each other, and therefore we're not able to get a picture of the business at a bigger level. What then tends to happen is, like I said, we force cannibalize ourselves to achieve some short-term objectives, by which we end up giving up long-term objectives. So these are what I just wanted to share with you. If any questions, happy to take it. Otherwise, I think I've made sure that all of you fall asleep.